Hello and welcome. Today I bring you a free video compilation of television sitcoms' most beautiful actresses. Doing this allows me a little time to work on future videos and community polls. This YouTube lark is a little bit more time consuming than you might think. Anyway, let's crack on with the video and less of my moaning. Hello and welcome. In recent weeks you've been voting in our channel polls for your top 20 most beautiful US sitcom actresses of all time. And here it is, jam-packed with delicious eye candy. So let's get started. Sneaking into 20th spot is radiant Canadian Yvonne De Carlo. My favourite classic beauty who was famous for playing Lily Munster in The Munsters. Hard to believe that under all that makeup was a sizzling hot, sensuous siren. She played the obsessive-compulsive Monica Geller on 90s sitcom Friends. 19th is Courtney Cox. It's the eyes and cheekbones that do it for me. Don't know what you think. Your 18th place finisher is Suzanne Somers, who played Chrissy Snow on Three's Company. They say two's company frees a crowd, but I'm not sure that's too true considering the beauties on that show. Possessing an approachable girl next door vibe, 17th is Mila Kunis. The That 70s Show stunner is one of a kind. And that big smile? Just don't get me started on that smile. In 16th you voted for Lonnie Anderson, the blonde bombshell from WKRP in Cincinnati. Now I'm going to be controversial here. I personally think Jan Smithers blows her out of the water. But this is your video, so just ignore me. She played Heidi in 90s sitcom Home Improvement. Debbie Dunning is 15th. DIY may not be your thing, but the stun gun that is Debbie Dunning definitely is. And I'm in complete agreement. 14th is Dawn Wells. If you're going to be stranded on a desert island, who better to do it with? Put it this way, I'd think of some interesting ways of passing the time. Unlucky for some, but not us, in 13th you chose Ugly Betty's Vanessa Williams. Age has been kind to the former Miss America. And those eyes. Wow. She starred in numerous sitcoms as well as being a Bond girl and Superman's love interest. 12th is Terry Hatcher. An icon of the 90s who married elegance with sex appeal. Simply gorgeous. Marky Post takes 11th spot. The Night Court beauty had one of the most jaw-dropping physiques on television. I'm actually quite shocked that she didn't make the top 10. Latina goddess Eva Longoria snaps up 10th position. The Texan-born beauty starred in Desperate Housewives and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and is arguably one of the most beautiful Latina actresses of all time. Every teenage boy's dream in the late 80s, early 90s. In 9th, you opted for Christina Applegate, who played Kelly Bundy in Married with Children. She played the character perfectly, and this choice gets my nod of approval. She played Joy Turner in My Name is Earl. Blonde bombshell Jamie Presley is 8th. Funny and oozing sizzling hot sex appeal, her Playboy pictures alone are the stuff of legend. Get yourself googling. Your lucky number 7 is Colombian knockout Sofia Vergara, who dazzled as Gloria Delgado Pritchett in Modern Family. This voluptuous beauty always does well in the channel polls. And I think there's a couple of reasons why. She played Kelly Kapowski on 90s sitcom Saved by the Bell, and millions of teenage boys fell in love. Tiffany Amber Tyson is 6th. And, all these years later, she's still as cute as a button. In 5th, you voted for the Big Bang Theory's Kaylee Cuoco. The cute, sexy girl across the hallway in the show is jaw-dropping. But come on, guys like Leonard Hofstadter don't get girls like Penny in real life, do they? She's bewitching and bewitched you in the polls. Elizabeth Montgomery is fourth. A television legend and all-time beauty, and more than deserving of her place so high on this list. In third position, you went with Friends darling Jennifer Aniston. So easy to warm to and stylishly beautiful. But I've got to admit, I'm a little shocked that she finished third, especially because I prefer Courtney Cox out of the Friends girls. But what do I know? Your choice in second is Spin City's Heather Locklear. An absolute icon and pin-up of the 80s, she proved she'd lost none of her famous sex appeal as Caitlin Moore in this 90s sitcom. But is she the sexiest ever of all time? If you know, you know. And finally, your number one most beautiful US sitcom actress of all time is the mesmerising Barbara Eden. Was there ever any doubt that the I Dream of Jeannie star would win? Nah, didn't think so. Hello and welcome. Recently I uploaded a top 10 British sitcom beauties video, and although it was well received, you were very vociferous in the comments about the actresses that I hadn't included. So, this is my new and improved top 20 British sitcom beauties of all time list, heavily influenced by yourselves. So let's crack on. Exploding into 20th spot is the jaw-dropping Gemma Chan. This exotic beauty starred as a countdown groupie in the IT crowd, as well as playing Ruth in Fresh Meat. Go on, admit it, she's a belting way to start this list. A sitcom stalwart, most famously in Man About the House, Paula Wilcox takes 19th place. Many of you protested your dissatisfaction at her non-inclusion in the first video, so here she is. Enjoy. Not everyone's cup of tea, but 18th place goes to Amanda Holden. Like her all over, the star of Kiss Me Kate was and is a stunner. In my opinion anyway. She just oozes sex appeal, whether you agree or not. Jan Francis is 17th. I mentioned in the first video that she was one of my late dad's 80s crushes, and you can see why. The Just Good Friends star is the perfect, understated, girl next door type beauty that it's easy to fall in love with. In 16th is Carol Royal, who played Jenny Russell in 80s sitcom Life Without George. An elegant beauty who radiates class and desirability. There's not really much more that I have to say about her. A star of Bless This House as well as the Carry On films, Sally Geeson takes 15th place. An absolute knockout of the 60s and 70s who was more than deserving of that Sid James cackle. Did any of your mates' mothers look like this? 14th is Belinda Stewart Wilson, who played Will's searingly hot mum in The In-Betweeners. She also played Douglas Renham's ex-wife in the IT crowd. The common denominator? She was stunning in both. Unlucky for some, but not us, in 13th is Connie Booth, who played Maid Polly in the classic sitcom Fawlty Towers. It's so frustrating that they only made 2 series, but insanely brilliant all the same. 12th spot goes to Allo Allo temptress Vicky Michelle. The target of René Artois' lustful rendezvous was gorgeous, and she wore that waitress's costume like no other. Oh, hang on. Just hold that thought a minute. Daniela Denby-Ash, who played Janie Harper in My Family, finishes 11th. I said it in the last video that she has similarities to Kelly Bundy from US sitcom Married with Children, just with an English spin. Snatching 10th spot is the bombshell that is Carol Cleveland. You've got to have a big, strong personality to be part of the Monty Python crew, and a pair of big eyes. Eyes, filthy minds you lot. Madeline Smith is 9th. She starred in everything from sitcoms to Amma and was even a Bond girl. Yet another actress to have a lovely big pair of eyes. Jesus, you lot are killing me. Another hello beauty now. In 8th is Francesca Gonshaw. When I placed Vicky Michelle in my own personal top 10, your response in the comments was swift. Francesca Gonshaw was much more attractive. And I can't really argue with you. Our lucky number 7 is Men Behaving Badly's Leslie Ash. Forget about the work that she's had done since and just focus on her in her 90s pomp as Deborah. She was gorgeous. In 6th is Are You Being Served's Candy Davis, an absolutely mouth-watering pin-up of the 70s who now goes under the moniker Mo Hader as an author. Not just a pretty face then. Coupling's Sarah Alexander is 5th. It doesn't matter how big the list or what the era, she is absolutely stunning and she could make any of them. 100% an English beauty at its best. Don't ask me why, but her time on EastEnders persuaded me last time not to pick her on my list. And you let me have it both barrels in the comments. Game on Samantha Janus is 4th. Error amended. In 3rd is an actress from the frozen wastelands of Scotland. It's Are You Being Served and Heidi Eye beauty, Penny Irving. Seriously sexy. And I was only joking about the frozen wastelands of Scotland before you give me a load of stick. Well, kind of only joking. Brassic beauty and former Corrie Dazzler Michelle Keegan finishes 2nd. An absolute sight for sore eyes and as close to perfection as you're likely to get. However, our number 1 most beautiful British sitcom actress of all time is Mind Your Language beauty, Françoise Pascal. What a way to finish. Hello and welcome. Today I'm pleased to bring you the most comprehensive sitcom list we've done to date. This is Monoculture Film Fatale's top 40 most beautiful sitcom actresses of all time. And I'm going to come clean with you. This one stressed me out, because I don't think any of you are going to agree with me. Well, let's find out. Everybody loves Raymond? No, everybody loves Patricia Heaton, and she finishes 40th. Next up is Scrubs' underrated beauty, Sarah Chalke. It's that cheeky smile. In 38th spot is Alison Brie, who teased us in Community. She played Ditzy Hilary Banks on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. 37th is Karen Parsons. British dazzler and star of Frasier, Jane Leeves is next up on this list. Star of My Living Doll, 60s legend Julie Newmar is 35th. But is she the greatest Catwoman? Bubbly cutie Jenna Fisher of the US version of The Office signs herself in to our top 40. 33rd position goes to star of legendary 90s sitcom Men Behaving Badly, it's Leslie Ash. One half of Two Broke Girls, Beth Bears, finishes 32nd. She portrayed Lily Munster in the late 80s and early 90s revamp of the show. Up next is Lee Merriweather. Underappreciated flame-haired beauty and star of Wings, 30th is Amy Asbeck. Coupling's British stunner Sarah Alexander takes her deserved place on this list. She's 29th. She has a pair of lovely big eyes. 28th is Zooey Deschanel. Blonde bombshell and star of WKRP in Cincinnati, Lonnie Anderson takes 27th spot. She played Chrissy Snow in 70s sitcom Three's Company. Up next, in 26th, is Suzanne Somers. Ukrainian-born girl next door hottie and star of That 70s Show, Mila Kunis is 25th. Next on the list is Gemma Chan, who starred in Fresh Meat and The IT Crowd. 23rd is Suzanne Plachette, who has mesmerised fans since her role in the Bob Newhart Show. Gorgeous. Are you being served? The answer's yes, if it's by this lovely. 22nd is Candy Davis. Just missing out on the top 20 is a star of Ugly Betty. It's Vanessa Williams. So, into the top 20 now, and it's British beauty Françoise Pascal who just sneaks in. The Mind Your Language star was quite simply jaw-dropping. Many consider this actress to be the most beautiful on 60s sitcom Gilligan's Island. 19th spot is taken by the delightful Dawn Wells. However, in 18th is fellow Gilligan's Island knockout. It's the fiery-haired hotshot that is Tina Louise. So go on, get arguing in the comment section. She played dim-witted but gorgeous Candy on 2.5 Men. The unforgettable April Bowlby finishes 17th. Worshipped by men of the 90s as Rachel Green on sitcom Friends, the ravishing Jennifer Aniston is up next. Exploding into 15th spot is an actress who stole the hearts of many a 90s teenage lad. It's Tiffany Amber Tyson, who played Kelly Kapowski on Saved by the Bell. Only in a sitcom does a guy like Leonard Hofstadter pull the hot girl across the hall. In 14th is The Big Bang Theory's blonde bombshell, Kaylee Cuoco. Oh yes. Unlucky for some but not us, in 13th is Christina Applegate. She played Kelly Bundy on Married with Children, and much like Tiffany Amber Tyson, she enchanted teenage boys for a lifetime. Home Improvement's Debbie Dunning finishes 12th. She played Heidi on the show and could arguably have finished much higher on this list had you supported her more in the recent polls on the channel. But what will be, will be. One of the sexiest and most attractive British television actresses of all time, in 11th, is Brassic's Michelle Keegan. Why though, at her age, has she had to have work done? Blows my mind. Into the top 10, and it's bewitched beauty, the legendary Elizabeth Montgomery. Well, she certainly casts a spell over those that remember her, put it that way. She's been a Bond girl and Superman's love interest. She also starred in the likes of Sunday Dinner and Desperate Housewives. 9th is Terry Hatcher. Courtney Cox takes 8th place. She played Monica Geller in Friends and, in my opinion, comfortably is the most naturally beautiful actress on the show. I'm sure you will tell me what you think. Our lucky number 7 is Colombian bombshell Sofia Vergara. The Buxom Beauty is a fan favourite and dazzles as Gloria Delgado Pritchett on Modern Family. 6th is Ava Longoria, who starred in comedy dramas Desperate Housewives and Devious Maids. Yes, I stretched the rules a little here, but it were well worth it just to include this Latina goddess. In 5th spot is British stun gun and star of 90s cult sitcom Game On. It's Samantha Janus. Absolutely jaw-dropping as Mandy on the show, and any of you who haven't come across her, get googling. Funny and unbelievably sexy, Jamie Presley takes 4th position. You just couldn't help but fall in love with her character Joy Turner on the hilarious sitcom My Name is Earl. And those Playboy pics, they aren't bad too. Oh aye. 3rd place goes to classic beauty, the radiant Canadian Yvonne De Carlo, who would play Lily Munster in 60s sitcom The Munsters. An iconic and elegant beauty, it's hard to believe that some will never know who she was. So in 2nd spot is stunning 80s icon Heather Locklear. Remembered for the likes of TJ Hooker and Dynasty, but it was for her role in 90s sitcom Spin City that she goes on this list. She's cute as a button. And finally, our number one sitcom beauty of all time is I Dream of Jeannie's Barbara Eden. Mesmerising, and what a way to finish the video.